Hey guys, this is James and Tim from Tabletop Terrors, and that's all I can say basically.
That's it. This is Tabletop Off-Topic, where James and I just talk. We happen to film it, and you may happen to watch it. Probably not. But this is also where we drink the energy drinks that we buy when we film Offhand Attack. Mm-hmm. But guess what? These Monster energy drinks that we got, the Ultra Sunrise, the orange 0-calorie version of the Monster energy drink, are actually going to go to the wayside because I have two very special beverages. 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, with and without ginger.
Is that a historical thing that I don't understand?
Yeah, I think it's the year that Pepsi came out.
The ginger. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I think that it originally was a premium cola spiced with ginger.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Should have probably done some research on this. Sorry.
I just didn't know why those were the two flavors they went with.
I think
regular
that's why.
and with ginger.
I do believe. So, we're going to try these. Now, I'm a huge Pepsi fan, so this is a big deal for me. James, do you like Coke or Pepsi?
I like Pepsi. Pepsi, I'm a Pepsi guy.
So am I. I know it probably disappoints a lot of people. Like who? Who would care?
Yeah, I don't know.
Some people are super vehement about their Coke drinking and their Coke snorting. So here's the funny thing about Coke and Pepsi. Someone who loves Coke, when I ask them why, a lot of times they'll say, I don't know, because it's sweeter than Pepsi. I don't think that's true, personally. My mouth and your mouth are telling each other different things, and my mouth is telling me that Pepsi is sweeter.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Pepsi is sweeter. But I wouldn't even say sweeter like more sugar. It's more like it has a different flavor. To me, Pepsi is a little bit fuller. Coke is a little... Coke, to me, is missing. It's missing. It is absolutely more fizzy.
Yeah.
That is not the reason I like it, but it is, without a doubt, fizzier a drink Pepsi is. But I don't know. There's a little bit of flavor that's in Pepsi that's not in Coke.
That's how I feel. So, anyway, we're going to try these. A buddy of mine from work got me them. First thing we're going to do is pour some in a cup for James's girlfriend, Cassie, because we told her that we were going to give her some. So I'm going to spill this on camera. Which one do you want to do? Oh, by the way, that's actually a good point. Cassie makes wonderful ceramics. Is there anything that we can plug? Oh, James should know this. This is going to really bite him. Sorry, buddy.
Well, no. She has a Facebook page. She has an Etsy store. This was impromptu, so I don't know their URLs. Maybe I'll put Tim on the spot and make him put them in the video description.
Oh, buddy. Nope. All right, so I say, what do you want to do? The tall boy gets the original cola, and the short fatty gets the ginger beer. All right. You want to open one?
No. Come on.
You don't want to open one?
All right, give it.
Come on, man.
I just want to taste them.
I know. And I'm losing my voice. The last thing I need. If there's a list of 10 last things I would need to help my voice, original recipe Pepsi would be number 11. All right, smell it. Whoa, that's like a strong hint of ginger there.
Yeah, look, the can changed color. They put so much ginger in it.
I know. All right, here goes. Cassie's little sake bowl of...
That's not a little sake bowl.
Konnichiwa, James. Give me some more. All right, so in Tabletop Off-Topic, we usually try a drink. We'll probably try some fast food, eat some food. So it's like, in this case, this is going to be the drink that we try. I'm still going to drink this Monster right afterwards.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to try this 1893 ginger cola.
What is that on the front? Is that an Indian with an afro?
What? Oh. Yep.
Oh, that is a person holding something. For those of you that would like to look this symbol up, it is the Fair Trade symbol.
Fair Trade certified sugar.
Oh boy, it looks like black dynamite.
Or it could possibly look like an icon for a platypus.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Antenna.
All right, yeah. Okay. So
you ready to drink this black dynamite?
Yep.
Yours is actually, mine's gold dynamite.
Ooh, I don't know why that was weird.
Oh, this is gingery. The smell, I haven't even gotten it in my mouth yet.
This is terrible.
You serious?
Yep.
Oh no, Pepsi. You come so far. Why are you going back? Hold on.
No, it doesn't taste terrible. It's just I don't like it more than anything else. I guess that's a good thing for something that's so exclusive. Like, man, this better not be your favorite thing, or
Do
you
you
will
like
be
ginger
sad.
ale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm gonna like
Do
this
you like
much.
ginger beer?
I don't know.
That
Yeah, no,
like,
not excited about that. That smells like
smells like I would drink it after eating some sushi to cleanse my palate.
yeah. This is the smell of when the recipe tells you to cook the ginger in the pan until fragrant. This is what it smells like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not for me.
Okay. So I'm going to describe this 1893 original cola. What are you laughing?
I just had a really terrible way to describe the flavor.
Oh, why? What is it?
Tastes like this without the ginger in it.
It's exactly what it is. You're awful. Okay. To me, it tastes like Pepsi you would get now without sort of an aftertaste.
Without an expiration date.
Well, without sort of a, and I don't mean aftertaste in a negative way. I mean like when I drink Pepsi, it kind of leaves this nice sort of sweet wash.
Yeah, so
That sort of flattens right off. Boom. I drink it, and it's done.
it almost tastes like Diet Cola a little bit.
I think it's the real sugar. I think that our...
Well, no, I was going to say, that's the interesting part, is they did a thing called Pepsi Throwback a while ago. I mean, they may still do it. I haven't seen it in a while, but there was a time when it was sold in all the stores. And it was Pepsi they made with real sugar instead of
Yeah.
fake
I think
sugar.
you can still get it.
Well, yeah. This doesn't taste like that. Like, to be clear, this is the old, like you said, it's the old formula is the idea. It's supposed to taste like it did before.
Boldly blended cola, made with cola nut extract, dark brown malt flavor, a touch of aromatic bitters, sparkling water, and real sugar. I kind of like it. I don't dislike it like you did. When you said it was awful, I was stunned.
I really, yeah, I'm like, no,
Awful?
not really.
That is...
Awful.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like a good ginger
If you
beer.
like ginger, maybe you'd love it.
That's the thing, though. A good ginger beer cuts that flavor, and it's there. It's present. This tastes like liquefied ginger. I feel like I'm drinking...
Yeah, it smells a lot like, yeah. So, what I would say about these is I used the wrong word when I said awful. They're novel, but that's where it ends. They're not like, man, get me a 6-pack of that. I really want to drink that with my meal. I'm like, oh.
I dig this.
That's interesting. Yeah, all right.
You know what's weird? It's less carbonated.
It is also a lot less carbonated, which that's something that really bothers me about drinks sometimes.
That's what it is. It probably tastes flat to you immediately.
It does taste flat, actually. That's a good point. But in general, like I said, the flavor is very... Now, again, this is sort of the idea, but it's very one-dimensional. It's very one-note. But that's sort of the point, is to be, the simplest things it can be, I guess.
No, that makes sense. And then I did have some original formula Coke I brought here with, just lots of cocaine in it.
It's just a bunch of... Tim, that is just a bag of cocaine that
like,
you wrote Coca-Cola on.
There you go. Original formula. And on the bag, I wrote a little fancy thing. I was like, this bag of cocaine is made with cocaine nut extract,
Coca leaves,
white powder malt flavor, a touch of undercover cop rubbing it on his teeth bitters.
No, gums. They're rubbing on their gums.
Oh, sorry, Kojak. I didn't realize. Sparkling wrapper with that piece of duct tape so that I can find it in a crate in a warehouse and know exactly what I'm looking at.
You know exactly what it is.
I had real sugar. So yeah. Now, as far as the off-topic topic, there was something that I found really interesting. I thought you would find interesting. Figured I'd throw this out there. I was reading an article in Mental Floss about an improv troupe who they take...
There was a mix-up, and they sent the improv troupe overseas. They deployed them. Yeah, they got the troops mixed up. There's a guy, the logistics officer was bad at synonyms. No, homonyms.
So they sent Ed. Oh, the first battle was so awful. He was like, okay, now.
Give us a topic.
I need
Bullets are not a topic.
3 words. I need your first job. I need your favorite fish. And then I'm going to need something you would do in an airline. Oops.
Improv troupe, sorry.
Yeah, so in the article, it was... the point of the article was context is everything. So what they did was, the article studied that this improv troupe would take, and in 5 minutes, they had to come up with this elaborate thing. It was like, okay, base something on, part of your life story, and it was, but in 5 minutes, they had to come up with this whole thing that they would then perform. And they said that having the audience in on the quick scattergun preparation that was impossible made it really fun to watch, even though the result was terrible and not really funny.
Yeah.
What made it funny was that the audience was in on it. And I don't know, I just found that really interesting because you and I have talked before about... there's no way I'm going to get through this without burping.
Oh, yeah, I already burped once. I think I avoided the mic, but it came up.
So, but you and I have talked about when you gain a love for something when you see the making of. Like, you might have liked something.
Yeah.
But then giving it... And I don't know, I thought that was interesting that the context of something that's not funny...
Yeah.
...is funny when you see the hard time that people had making it.
And even in the same respect, if you're not a big fan of something and you see how it was made, you gain a different respect for it. Not necessarily that you like it. Mm-hmm. The best example of this, I think, that I can think of is the St. Anger album Metallica made. I personally love it, but seeing the movie gives you a respect, or rather, it gave me a respect for it. Right. There was a time where I didn't like it. I was hoping for something else, and it's since grown on me, but the documentary about the making of it really helped that.
Yeah, it's funny, actually. One of my best friends in the whole world who had never heard Metallica was asking for, hey, I want to get into Metallica, what should I do? And I took a road way less traveled. Most people would say, all right, we'll start with this, or start early, don't do anything Black Album or past, and there's probably 100 different ways, but I said, you know what I want you to do? I want you to watch the documentary Some Kind of Monster. Because I don't want you to... And I don't want you to learn the music of the band. What I want is for you to kind of meet these guys at their worst and see what they went through to stay together even now.
Yeah.
And just gain this respect and kind of get to know them. And it worked. He really dug the movie, and it's funny because he's like, yeah, St. Anger is one of my favorite Metallica albums. How crazy is that?
Yeah. This actually brings up a good point in terms of role-playing games. There's something that...
I don't know if I want to let you talk about role-playing games on Tabletop Off-Topic. Am I allowed to do that?
No.
Oh. Fair enough. Go ahead.
But it has something to do with the improv troupe and the context. Something that's really interesting, especially for me, this is something that was really, really cool for me, is seeing Matt Click of A Fistful of Dice run Sewers Under Sandwall. He's run one session so far. Knowing the module as well as I do, or if you have purchased it and you read through, it's a really interesting thing to see how it is on paper and how it comes out. When I first started GMing, I really wanted insight on how other people did it. And at the time, it was difficult because it wasn't, this was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't as easy to go online and say, oh, I want to see how other people do it. It's my only experience was people I played with and stuff I could read in some of the source books. So seeing someone GM and seeing basically what their prep is, seeing a finished module, you could do the same thing with some of the famous, not famous, but the published Wizards ones, Horde of the Dragon Queen, stuff like that. Find an actual play, get your Horde of the Dragon Queen, and see what they do. And it just, like you said, it's that context that's like, you can glean a lot of little details thinking, oh, he came up with that on the spot because that's not in the book. Or,
Right.
it's, he made it look like that was a random encounter, but that's right here.
Yeah, it is true. It's funny, too, because I'm learning more that I like idiosyncrasies and flaws and things like that because those are the things that when they're edited out, it seems like... Okay, so let's say that a finished product, let's say a YouTube video like this one, people that hyper edit their videos, that's one style. But when I go to make a video and I can't get it exactly like they made theirs, I think, oh wow, I must be doing this wrong. But if I were to see the 6 hours of footage they shot,
Exactly. You would realize, it's a different
just like the process.
That is the word I was looking for.
Showing the process is, and the mistakes, the idiosyncrasies, I think humanizes it to the point to where it's like, oh, okay, I can relate to that.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm on the right path. I'm doing that kind of thing.
In the same way, and it's going a little off track, but still specifically when I
No
GM.
such thing. You're about to talk about tabletop RPGs.
That's what I mean. It's on track. That's the problem. So
I'm killing this. I'm not going to
go for it. I don't care. So I rely a lot on context in the real world when I GM. I don't know. I feel like you might be missing out on really explaining a concept if you don't use everything that everybody has. If you try to avoid context or specifically like things that are, exist now. If your players, if you want to describe something to them and you want to use a modern thing.
Oh, like anachronisms.
Anachronisms.
So, like you're saying, I do the same thing. You're like, oh, it would be like, nowadays going to the DMV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I can explain how it takes long and it's annoying, but it evokes something completely different if somebody has stood in the line really long at the DMV and in one sentence. That's just something that at one point I thought was sort of a flaw or a bad thing that I did. Oh, I should try to avoid, modern things, saying, oh, your character feels like they're at the DMV.
Right.
But no, that's the perfect way to do it. It's that there's immediately so much context that I could spend time trying to explain. It's immediate. Yeah, I like that idea.
And here's what I'm learning about myself. Immersion for me, I don't know.
Immersion for me comes down to the characters. I can really get into my characters, and that's not broken by worrying about how much food I have, or worrying about how many rations I have, or if I'm trying to hold too many pounds.
I don't want to slice hairs here. I don't want to bring you to the hair butcher shop. I want to get you some. You want some hair salami? I don't want to split your wig, but the thing I'm talking about with immersion, because I think that's part of immersion, but that to me is simulationist, where people are like, well, it's got to be the right amount of food and rations and everything. That's part of it. In addition to that, what I'm talking about is people, this is what I see when I've seen immersive games. People who work really hard to make it seem less like a game. I don't know if it's difficult. Like, if you're playing with somebody and they say, don't tell me what you roll. I don't want to know what you roll. Just roll and then narrate to me what happens.
Yeah.
And they say, you're not allowed to tell me. You're not allowed to speak out of character. If you're in game, you can't ask me meta questions. You have to think of it as... And it's like... That, to me, is immersion, I guess. And maybe I just have it wrong.
Well, but literally, the word immersion... I don't know the actual definition. Are we doing this?
Yeah, sorry. I should have said that.
I was going to tell you I was doing it.
A reflex. I saw the black tab, and I was just like...
Immersion, like I said, I really don't have the definition, but the idea being that you are constantly in it and not taken out of it. If you're immersed, you are never removed from feeling like you're inside of it.
Sure.
I'm just butchering it. I'm sure there's a very succinct Webster's way to describe it. But the important thing being, some things take some people out of it, maybe.
Sure.
But if I am into the character a meta question or a roll or a rules, mistake trying to look it up doesn't take me out of the emotional feeling of my character moments later.
Exactly.
So that's just for me personally. It's all about the emotional and the interactions between, the characters and the NPCs when that's happening. I understand trying to keep it all in, but I don't know. That isn't as important for me because I feel like it would muddy things like the rules that are still important to me.
That's where, to me, immersion, I treat it like a pool. When it's my turn, I jump in the pool. It's like a dive. It's like a high dive. I'm like, all right. I do my flips. I dive in. I swim around. I do whatever. And then I get out. And then I, as Tim, not immersed, watch everyone else's turn. Watch their dive. And so, for me, that's how I like it. It's every game I've played where I've tried to stay immersed, Imogen heap, when I've tried to hide and seek, the immersion, it takes so much extra work that it pulls me out of it.
Exactly.
Like, it's just like, oh, am I allowed to? I can't say that. Okay. It just becomes so much thought that, yeah, I'm immersed, but I'm like, it's this constant juggling for me.
And yeah,
so
to me, it is the absence of that really keeps me in it. Not having to worry about any of those things allows me to just be my character.
Yeah, I like to go in and out. And so that's just my style. Yeah. But
I don't know how we got on that topic, but these are really good.
It's because it's off topic.
This isn't a review. These are awesome.
Yeah, Monster Energy Ultra Sunrise. Very light, crisp, citrus flavor. It's orange, as you can see. I would say that this is one of the better of these Monster Zero sugars. The Monster... I guess this is not... Technically, this is the Ultra. Monster Ultra.
Right? Yeah, because the other one's Ultra Black. I forgot. And
it has sort of these like space patterns on the side, like as though drawn with a pencil from a young boy.
It's really good. It's probably my favorite one. My old favorite was the white one, but... Well, yeah. I've had the black one. Of the ones I've had, yeah.
Yeah. So that was Tabletop Off-Topic. Absolutely off-topic. I guess we'll see you next time. And
actually, somebody made a really good comment on one of our videos. Some games, role-playing games or board games, you roll low. So for those people, I wanted to say, if we're done, may your dice roll low.
No cheers for you. TabletopTerrors.com. Subscribe to our channel.